booktube! Today I'm going to be doing my super overdue October wrap-up. So in October I actually managed to read quite a lot of books, which I'm pretty happy with myself about, considering the past few months you might have noticed I've not been putting up wrap-ups purely because I've read so few books I've just felt it's not worth it. But today, that is gonna change. So the first book that I read in October was Eidolon. I think that's how you say it. It's E-I-D-O-L-O-N. Eidolon. That's how I've been pronouncing it anyway. So yes, I actually won this copy on Twitter because the author of the book, Sophie Croft, was actually doing a that's what she was doing. She was doing a giveaway type thing and I managed to win it, and I am so glad I did, because even though this is like the tiniest book, oh my gosh, was it freaking amazing. I need the sequel now. I did not know there was going to be a sequel when I read it, but I need it, like, right now. I can't stop thinking about it since I finished this book. So basically it centres around a male protagonist called Paul, who has sort of had the death of his sister haunting him for a long time. He's moved from a young offenders prison to a hospital sort of for the mentally ill to try and look after him, to try and sort of make him better, because he's hearing these voices. He's hearing the voice of his dead sister in specifically. And yeah, so they're trying to make him better. However, all is not what it seems. This book, I didn't know what to expect, literally. I had no idea. I wouldn't call it contemporary, I wouldn't call it paranormal or supernatural or like fantastical. I would call it a giant mashup of all of them, because whilst you have like little contemporary sort of issues within the novel, there is like magic, there is confusion, there is supernatural, spooky paranormalness. It is so damn good, literally. I think this is one of those books where it's not worth reading the back of the book, it's not worth looking up what it's about. Like, okay, that means that the first couple of chapters are a bit confusing to sort of tell what's going on, but oh my gosh, I totally recommend just going into this blind. It's such a quick read, and just read it because it is so damn good. Like, this would have been perfect for a Halloween spooky read. However, of course, Halloween is past. But yeah, I think this has actually become one of my favourite books because I just can't stop thinking about it and I want to know what happens next. And it's like a mystery, and because you have no idea what it's about, like every single page, every turn and twist is just so engrossing. Oh my god, I wish this book was longer. So yeah, I read Eidolon and it was damn good. So next I read The Sign of One by Eugene Lambert, and this is a sci-fi YA focusing around twins. So basically when twins are born, you have a twist and you have the normal twin, So basically the twist twin, that's really hard to say, the twist twin is kind of killed when they reach a certain age where they can tell them apart, because they are sort of evil, they can heal really fast, they can do, basically they have like all these sort of superhuman abilities, which is just not okay in this world, so they are killed off when you can tell them apart. So yeah, this is again another book with a male protagonist, which I'm quite like enjoying recently because I've not read many books with male protagonists. But this one follows Kyle, and again this one's actually going to be a trilogy as well, so like perfect time to get stuck into this. But yeah, so Kyle is sort of thrown into the whole world of twins and the twists, and like I don't want to give away anything, which I feel like is quite easy to do with this book by talking about it too much. Again, kind of like the other one, I don't want to say too much, but it's really, really good. So Kyle is kind of just a regular kid in a regular town in this world, what regular can be. He goes to the cutting, which is kind of like this circus where sort of the twins who have reached that age to be able to tell them apart, they cut their little finger off, and then the one who's sort of healed over really quickly is deemed the twist and killed, and the one who still just has like this scabby, the fingerless hand is essentially either taken back by their parents or just like thrown out into the world to fend for themselves. So yeah, Kyle goes to the cutting, and then from there everything changes. There are so many twists and turns, he meets so many people, and it's just such an intriguing book, an intriguing concept as well. I don't want to give too much away, like I said, but I highly recommend this book. Please ignore the lighting. So yeah, next I read Waiting on Callback by Honor and Perdita Cargill, and I absolutely love this. Literally anybody who likes Holly Smells Geek Girl or Louise Rennison's like Angus Songs and Perfect Snogging series, I don't think there's like a series title for that one, but yeah, anybody who likes Louise Rennison or Holly Smells writing, I totally recommend you this. I was sat reading this on a train. I read the whole thing in one day on like 2 train trips, and I was literally sat there laughing out loud. The people sat next to me just wondered what on earth was wrong with me, but it's just so funny. This has like one of my favourite first lines to a novel pretty much ever as well. It says, "I'm dressed as a spider waiting to go on stage to impersonate a carrot." And if that first line doesn't make you want to read this hilarious book, I don't know what will. Basically, it focuses around a 15-year-old girl called Electra who is sort of wanting to be an actress. It's kind of like Holly Smells Geek Girl, in where Harriet's sort of thrown into the modelling world with loads of like mishaps. This is Electra thrown into the acting world, but instead of having like this glamorized, oh, immediately a star, all these amazing things happen to her, it's more about like an average experience of the whole acting world and like sitting, waiting for hours, memorizing lines, never hearing back from people, like, but it's just so hilarious. And then she has her school life as well, and the acting jobs that she gets, like some of the things that happen to her are actually based on Honor's own experience, because she was like, she did some acting stuff when she was younger. So yeah, she's put like her own experiences into this book, and it's hard to believe the things that actually came from real life that are in this book. Like, it's hard to believe they would happen, but it's so funny. I've actually done an interview with the both of them as well at YA Shot, so hopefully you'll see that in the near future once I've edited and uploaded it. That was like a hilarious interview. I think that's probably one of my favourite interviews as well. You have like some exciting stuff to look forward to in that one. It's just, it's so funny. If you're looking for like a light-hearted, hilarious contemporary, I highly recommend this, because I'm not a huge contemporary reader and I freaking loved it. So yes, highly anticipating book 2 as well. Next up, I finally read A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas, and holy crap, like, this book is my life. I need the third one. It was so good. It was just so good. I feel like everybody out there who has read it can agree with me. It's freaking amazing. And everybody who hasn't read it yet, drop what you're doing, go read it. I put it off for so long and now I regret it, but I'm also not in regret of it because I've read it and it's so good and nothing I'm saying right now is making sense. And now the light has come out and blinded everything. Watch, now that I've tried to fix the lighting, the sun will go back in and like the entire video will just go black. But yes, A Court of Mist and Fury, amazing, amazing, amazing. It's a sort of follow-on from A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and is also flippin' amazing. Fairies and magic and amazing people and hot guys, and it's just flippin' amazing, and I don't think I need to say much more than that. Next, I read Broken Sky by L.A. Weatherly, author of the Angel trilogy, and I'm so glad to have like a new series from her because I love her writing so damn much, and this did not disappoint. It's sort of a dystopian-esque alternative history. I don't know. It's kind of like, I think she called it alternative history. Basically, it's like, it's sort of in the 1940s America, but like an alternate version, but now. So if the 1940s has gone differently and then led up to now, it's like now, if things were different, if that makes any sense. Wow, I can't explain. But yeah, so basically everybody is kind of ruled by astrology. Depending on your birth chart and your star sign, you can be like just jailed, essentially. You can have like all these bad things happen to you if you have the wrong star sign with the wrong thing rising and all of this, which is really interesting. But then on top of that, you have this world in which all these sort of conflicts and arguments are solved between states. Also, they're not sort of like countries how they are now. There are sort of like a few states, and yeah, their conflicts are solved by peace fighters going up into the air in sort of Spitfighter type things and fighting it out. Whoever wins like the law or the argument, and then you've got to wait 5 years to repeal it. So yeah, it's like two really interesting concepts sort of mushed together, and I really loved it. I've actually got the second book that I still need to get to. So yeah, I just really enjoyed this. I've not actually read anything to do with astrology either, and the sort of detail and like the accuracy that, well, I guess I don't really know, but I feel like it's accurate, that Lee has put into this book is just incredible. So yeah, and it's also got a super beautiful cover, and they all have super beautiful covers, the whole trilogy. So yes, it's so pretty, although the third one's not out yet, but the second one is, so you should go read it because it's so pretty and lovely. Okay, let's hope the lighting stays this way. The next book that I read is Chromium by Anna McKerrow, and this is a witch book sort of in a pagan kind of world. So you've got like the red world, which is sort of mostly everywhere, and then the green world, which is this sort of cordoned off bit in Cornwall and Devon, where everybody kind of lives off the land, and it's kind of like very, what's it called, Amish in a way, like they sort of shun technology and stuff, but they also have witches who rule their little towns, and there is magic, but is there magic or isn't there magic? And it's just really, really intriguing. I've actually got the second book again that I need to get to, and yeah, this was really, really good. I didn't really know what to expect going into this because I've not heard much about it, but I really enjoyed it and I really want to read the second book soon. Also, again, super beautiful covers, super duper beautiful. In love. Also, this is another book told from a guy's point of view, although I believe the sequel is told again from a different person's point of view, like each book in the trilogy is told from a different person. This one is told by Danny, and he is the son of the head witch of his town, and yeah, it's really interesting, especially if you're into sort of tarot cards and like magic and all of that, because again, Anna Macaro knows like a lot about tarot cards. I went to her workshop which was writing with the tarot, so she actually knows like a lot about what she's writing in here rather than having to go off and research it, which I find really interesting when authors actually write about stuff that they know that are like passions. So yes, this is super interesting and I definitely want to get to book 2. I'm not having fun with the light today. So the last book that I read in the month of October was The Graces by Law Eve, and this book was actually phenomenal. Literally, completely and utterly loved it. So this focuses around a family called the Graces. Again, it's another book where magic is heavily present, but in a sort of is it, isn't it real kind of way. And this one's told from the sort of point of view of a girl called River, who really, really wants to be magic, wants to be friends with these Graces. She wants to just like be a part of this family, a part of this group. I definitely didn't see like all the twists and turns coming, which was a big plus to me because it's a lot more interesting when you've got a book where you can't predict it. So yes, I feel like I read a lot of sort of magical witchy books this past month, which kind of fits with Christmas. Christmas? Wow, did I say Christmas? It kind of fits with Halloween because of all this spooky magicalness. So yes, I love this one. I've got like quite a few interviews with these authors actually coming out when I can find time to edit them, because my life has been taken over by Shakespeare at uni and it's not fun. It's not even slightly fun. So yeah, I've again got a interview with Law Eve so I can sort of put that video up more to talk more about the book. Yeah, I read 7 books in the month of October and I'm really quite proud of that, even though this next month, November, I'm not going to have as much reading time due to work and uni and trying to edit these damn YouTube videos. Like, I am so behind. I still haven't uploaded my September haul and it's like a good third through November right now. Just, that is really bad. So yes, I don't think that I will get to read quite as many books this month, but I will try. Once the coursework's all in, hopefully I can do a lot more reading. But as for October, I'm super happy. I read a whole bunch of books that I really, really loved and enjoyed. So yeah, let me know what you read in October. I would love to hear. Did you read any of these? Are you planning on reading any of these? Let me know down in the comments, and I post new videos several times a week, so subscribe if you want to find out when I post a new one. And I will see you next time, guys. Bye! Hello, sun. Have you come to destroy my brightness? I'm just like a ghost now. Now I am a ghost. Ghost! I read 7 books. That's so far off 7, it's unreal.